This is the Caribbean Crypto Show. It's your boy Penny Prince. Today we're going over Populous, sitting at $3.44. Populous is a peer-to-peer invoice discounting platform on the blockchain. It's built on Ethereum. It came out in April 2017. Right now we're sitting on 11 exchanges, and the top exchange for volume is Binance. So come over here to the daily chart, and like everything else, it's been taking a beating. Had its little spikes here and there, still taking a beating. But seems to have seems to bottomed out around here and been messing around this area, and seems like it's kind of going up a little bit. So that's just something I noticed. When you go to the Populous website, populous.world, this is what it looked like. It's professional but basic. You can log in, sign up. In this little corner over here, you have about our company, your blog, news, developers. You have your white paper over here, which is not a hard read. Go down, and for invoice sellers, for invoice buyers, I suggest you go into the no more tab and check it out. It's not a hard read, like I said, but for invoice sellers, expand your business by expediting cash flow. For invoice buyers, earn passive income for purchasing invoices. At a glance, we can just skip down to the base of this, man. Invoice discounting is a form of funding that instantly unlocks the cash tied up in outstanding sales invoices. Business owners allow invoice buyers to buy invoices at a discounted rate in order to unlock their cash quicker. Once invoices are paid by invoice debtor, the invoice buyer receives the amount previously agreed upon. What Populous provides: high speed and low cost, global peer to peer invoice discounting, unprecedented safety. What stood out to me in all of this right here was the immediate funding without third parties, smart contract autonomously perform funding, collect and release payments. And over here, all invoices uploaded are transparently recorded onto the blockchain, Ethereum blockchain, eliminating potential for error and misuse. I like that. We're gonna get to how it works in a little bit, because what I was wondering, well, how do they pick who invoices they gonna buy or they're gonna put on the contract? So they use a real time database. Um, they say we use the XBRL data to access and assess financial statements for invoice sellers, and the XBRL basically like is the financial statements that companies have to submit to the government, all their governments. So Populous has access to this, and this is one of the formulas this is one of the information that they use in their formulas. And the other one over here, which is the Z Altman, the Altman Z scores, more or less that's it focuses on whether the company the company's probability that the business is going to bankrupt in 2 years, whether or not the business is going to um default or not on the contract, and also how the company measures up with financial distress. And that's something really important when you're looking at a business as far as whether you're going to invest in them or not. So you come down here to at the bottom of their page, and you can sign up for their newsletter. Um, you get their information whenever they send it out. I mean, it comes, just like any other email. One thing also, the Populous token in their system, which when you go into the white paper some more, um you'll see that in the Populous system they use a stable coin, and it's called a token. And that token is like, it's just like a regular stable coin, I guess. um Paired 1 to 1, but it's paired 1 to 1 to that currency that the contract is involved in. And that's what I really like. So if you're in Great Britain, it's gonna go by the pound. If you're in the US, it's gonna go by the US dollar. And just like, so on and so on with each country and each different currency. Now, how Populous work? One, invoice seller offers invoice with terms. Two, invoice buyer chooses invoice to purchase. Three, invoice buyers bid on invoice and sets interest rate. Four, invoice seller confirms a bid and then invoices is sold, or the invoice is sold. Apologize for that. Five, invoice seller releases invoice and receives funds. And six, invoice buyers receive returns and invoice is settled. Sounds like a lot. So they got a little video over here, and we're gonna run that right now. Here we go.
Selling invoices to improve a company's cash flow is becoming a popular business practice and a fast-growing alternative financial funding solution. It is a common occurrence that businesses lack the cash needed in order to pay off day-to-day needs and overdue balances, such as buying stock or paying wages. An influx of cash allows a business to cover all of their outstanding invoices and frees them up to focus on what is important, such as a long-term plan for growth or support for your business day-to-day needs without having to worry about any outstanding debts. With Populous's invoice discounting platform, you can unlock the cash you need in just 24 hours. The platform is global, which means you, the invoice seller, can connect with global invoice buyers. So how does it work? Populous is an invoice discounting platform built on the Ethereum blockchain. The transparency of transactions recorded via blockchain is a major enabler of faster payments and improved financing. The process is very straightforward. We pay up to 95% of the value of each invoice on the day you issue your invoice. All you need to do is follow 4 simple steps. Firstly, upload your invoice. Next, sell your invoice on the marketplace. The invoice is listed on our platform after a quick check, and global buyers can now find it. Wait while the invoice buyers place their bids. You can end the auction early or wait until it's over to discover the best rates. Lastly, select your invoice buyer and get funded. When you receive payment from your customer, you just have to pay the face value of the invoice to the invoice buyer. It's that easy. Unlock your immediate cash now, or visit us at www.populous.world for more information.
And that's it. That's Populous, pretty much in a nutshell. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Next time.